Welcome back to another video. Today, guys, we're going to talk about a scenario that happens quite a bit. And this is what happens if you work past 65, right? And now you're 66, 67, 68, 69, and now you want to take Medicare. And we're going to talk about the process, what are the forms you need, how to do this properly. So first off, we're going to assume that this was done properly. And what I mean by this is, if you decided not to take Medicare at 65, to avoid any penalties, you have to make sure that you or your spouse had credible coverage, meaning you or your spouse's employer had 20 or more lives. So if you decided to stay on your spouse's plan past 65, they have to have 20 or more lives for that to be credible coverage where you're not going to run into any penalties. So we're going to assume that this was done properly and this is the case. So let's say you're 67, 68, 69, whatever it may be, and now you're going to decide to take Medicare. You're retiring, you're going to get off you or your spouse's group health insurance plan. So what are you going to do? And it's a little bit different than what you do when you're just first getting Medicare at 65. And there's two important forms that you're going to fill out. One of them is not necessarily you have to do, but it's important to give Social Security as much information as possible. The first form is Form 40B, and this is the form signing up for Part B. And this is a form that just you will have to fill out, or you and your spouse if you're both going to be getting onto Medicare past 65 in this scenario. So that's a pretty simple form to fill out. The next form is one that most people forget about and can run into issues, and that's Form L564. And what this form is a form that you're gonna fill out and you or your spouse's employer is gonna fill out. And the basis of this form is to make sure that you had credible coverage past 65. And this is the form that when you go to Social Security and you give them these two forms, that's the most important form, because that's gonna tell Social Security, hey, while I did not take Medicare at 65, I still had credible coverage and I shouldn't have any late enrollment penalties. And that's what we're trying to avoid with this form, is just making sure, hey, I had the correct coverage between 65 and let's just say 68 when I'm retiring. So those are the two very important forms. If you guys need help filling out these forms at all, please reach out to me. I've done it quite a bit with my clients, and I know kind of what Social Security is going to be looking for and kind of the ins and outs of that. But obviously a part of it's going to have to be filled out by your employer, and then we hand those into Social Security, or we do it online, or however you want to do it. But making sure we get those forms submitted is the most important part. And in other videos, I'll maybe do a breakdown of exactly how to fill out each form, how to make sure we do it in a way that is starting your Part B coverage for the month that you need coverage. But this video is just, hey, here's kind of what you're gonna need if this is your situation. So if you guys have further in-depth questions, please, shoot me a message. All my information is in the description. You can also put a comment in the comment section as well, and let me know if there's other videos that you guys would want me to make, any topics or confusion that you may have. That will help me come up with some ideas and provide some more value to you and everyone else listening. So I hope this helps. If you guys need individualized help, my information is down below. Free consultation, doesn't cost you anything. Hopefully this helps, and we will see you soon.